world, from Kia to Carolina. She's a clever, gifted teacher, from Berlin down to Belize. She'll take you on a ride on a slow boat to Chinatown. Where in the world is Miss Woods, Indiana? 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 Where in the world is Miss Woods, Indiana?
Explain longitude while my friend will explain latitude. Longitude is a coordinate on Earth to describe where a place is. It is an imaginary line that goes up and down. A coordinate is numbers put together to describe a position.
Latitude is the length north or south on the Earth that shows where a place is. A way to remember that it goes side to side is that when you say latitude, your mouth opens wide. Latitude is usually measured in degrees. Degrees are a measurement like feet and inches. They also use coordinates, like what Caden said, to find an exact place on the globe. Latitude is an imaginary line that goes side to side.
Asher Broad, Caden Cardelli, Andrew Grimm, and I have been researching Madrid. Where in the world is Mrs. Woods? The first town that we present is Puerto del Sol. Madrid is in the continent of Europe and in the country of Spain. Now with Caden with Prado.
Prado Museum is located in Madrid, Spain, which is located in Europe, and it used to be the Natural History Cabinet in 1785. Here are some interesting facts about Prado Museum. Prado has one of the finest collections of European art and has the single best collection of Spanish art. Prado is considered one of the greatest museums of all time. It has the artwork Las Meninas, which is the best known piece on display.
One interesting thing about Puerto del Sol is in Spanish, Puerto del Sol is called Gate of the Sun. Also, a bear and a strawberry tree are also important to the people of Madrid for two reasons. First of all, the bear is important to them because the bear has been a part of Madrid's coat of arms since at least 1212, when the troops from Madrid were first recorded in history as carrying a flag showing a bear with 7 stars of the constellation Ursa Major, or a larger bear in Latin. As for the strawberry tree, Madrono, it was added to the seal in 1222 when a dispute between the church and the city council was resolved by King Alfonso IV. Both parties laid claim to the forests and fields of the area, which were a vital resource. The king decided that the trees and land would be beyond to the city, while the animals would be to the church. That way both groups are responsible for the upkeep of the area. Satisfied with the ruling, the city immediately altered its crest to include a tree. The bear was also changed to a standing position, the same position as today.
My name is Andrew, and my place is Plaza Mayor. Plaza Mayor is a huge place. It is 423 feet by 308 feet. That's huge. Second, in Plaza Mayor, they played soccer and had bullfights. Bullfights are public matches where a person fights a bull. The person wins by killing the bull. Plaza Mayor has had a lot of different names. The different names are Plaza del Arrabal, Plaza del Constitution, and then Plaza de la República.
My name is Asher, and I am talking about Plaza Real. First, the Plaza Real, it is in Madrid, Spain, in Europe. Latitude 41.3800, longitude 2.1750. 3 most important things to know about this place. The lanterns were designed by the famous architect Antonio Gaudi. It has a twin called Plaza Garibaldi, and it's really popular on holidays. An interesting legend or story about the location. Negra and Real recreates in the memory of a legendary establishment in Plaza Real, the Jamboree, a classic jazz hall where famous figures like the Chet Baker, Tete Mono Louie, Steffi Grappoli, and Gloria Stewart have played. Something else important to know, in Spanish, Plaza Real means Royal Plaza.
Thank you.
I'm Caden and I'll be teaching you about Barcelona. Barcelona used to be called Barcano 2,000 years ago. It has one of the best soccer teams in the world, FC Barcelona, and is one of the most successful as a city brand. It is Europe's fourth city for business and the fastest improving European city. It is located in Spain, Europe.
My name is Griffin, and I researched the Sagrada Familia. The Sagrada Familia is in Europe, Barcelona, Spain. The Sagrada Familia was built by Gaudi. Gaudi built a number of other things, such as the apartments. I could go on and on about his creations, but we don't have that kind of time. Sagrada Familia is still being built even after Gaudi's death. Antonio Gaudi decided to design the Sagrada Familia, like most of his works, with curved lines. According to Gaudi, straight lines did not exist in nature, and that is why the temple should not be constructed with straight lines. Sagrada Familia took even longer to build than the Great Pyramids. It has taken 301 years to build. The population of the Sagrada Familia is 36,000 people per square kilometer, which is pretty much.
Hello, my name is Riel. I research Avignon. Avignon is a historic town on the Rhone River.
Cut. You're doing Magique Fountain of Montejou and Montejou Hill right now.
Oh.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, and go.
I researched Magic Fountain of Montejou. It's in the continent Spain and the country. It's in the continent Europe. It's in the country Spain, and it's in Barcelona. They sometimes set off a light show at night. It was made by Carlos Buglas, who designed illuminated fountains as early as 1922. The fountain was badly damaged after the Spanish Civil War. Earlier, people thought the plan to build the magic fountain was ambitious, but Carlos carried it on anyway.
Do you have Montejou Hill?
I researched Montejou Hill as well. It's in the continent Europe, in the country Spain, and it's in Barcelona. The eastern side of the hill is the broad cliff, giving a command view of the city below. Remains of a Jewish graveyard had been found there, and it's the main quarry of Barcelona, which meant a drastic change in the mountain's physics. In the years that followed, the castle on the hill served primarily as a prison as well as a military command point, and during the end of the 19th century, it was also used as an execution ground. Records show that a number of prominent anarchists were assassinated by government forces in the moat surrounding the castle following a period of conflict between the two sides.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I enjoyed casting for you. We'll see you again next time, which won't be very soon because this is the only time. Okay.
Hi, I'm Joshua, and I'm researching the 1992 Olympic Stadium in Barcelona, Spain. The Olympic Stadium was designed by Pierre Domènech I. Roura for an expo in 1929. When the city of Barcelona was awarded the honor of hosting the 1992 Olympic Stadium, the stadium was renovated by Vittorio Gregoto.
My name is Asher, Asher, and I researched the Barcelona Cathedral in Barcelona, Spain. Latitude and longitude is 41.3840. The longitude is 2.1762. Three most important things to know about this place. The cathedral was constructed from the 13th to the 15th centuries, with the principal work done in the 14th century.
Is that it?
No, there's something wrong with this. Key Church was named. That's not
The
right.
church.
Oh, okay. The church was named after Barcelona's patron Saint Eulia. Its official name, Catedral de la Santa Cruz y Santa Eulia, is Catalan for Cathedral of the Holy Cross and Saint Eulia. The commonly used name, La Seu, refers to the status of which the church as the seat of the diocese. An interesting legend or story about the location: the choir stalls retain the coats of arms of the knights of the Order of the Golden Fleece. In his first trip to Spain, Charles, the future Holy Roman Emperor, selected Barcelona as the site of a chapter of his order. Something else important to know. In 1046, Count Raymond Berenger the First, and his wife, Almodus, together with the Bishop Guislabert, began construction of a Romanesque cathedral at the site. It was constructed in November 1058. The cathedral is constructed over the crypt of the former church. It has been reported that a Viscount of Barcelona, Mergibert, sold the site to Bishop Giselbert in 1058. However, this date does not coincide with the reported start of construction.
My name is Andrew, and my place is Barrio Gaudigo. It is a huge labyrinth. In the town, there is a cathedral that's basically a church. Cathedral, that's basically a church. Barrio Gaudigo is basically a market square. In the square, they put all the important government buildings. The square is called Placa de San Juan, which is very important.
Bye, and thank you.
Thank you.
Jerusalem was under sacred rule, and Charlemagne's army was at the gates to reconquer the city for the Franks. Carthage ruled the knights of the city. Villagers brought her pig and some wheat. She then had the idea to give the wheat to the pig and then throw it over the highest tower of the city walls. Charlemagne lifted the siege, believing that the city had enough food to the point of wasting pigs fed with wheat. One of Charlemagne's men then explained Carcassonne, hence the name of the city. And one more important thing, Carcassonne means carcass sounds. Researched Avignon. Avignon is a historic town on the Rhone River in Provence. It's a beautifully preserved medieval town surrounded by the original fortified city walls. It's in the continent Europe, in the country France. The heart of Avignon for travel is Place des Papes. It's one of the most important, large, most impressive Gothic buildings in Europe. Pont d'Avignon, well known around the world because of the nursery rhyme about the bridge, is in Avignon.
I researched the Place des Papes. It is located in the continent of Europe.
the country of France, and the city of Avignon. Papacy Papus was home to the leader pope in the 14th century. It is the largest Gothic place in the world. It was very popular for being home to the popes in the Middle Ages. The castle usually hosts art presentations. Pope Clement V moved papal power to Avignon because of political unrest in Rome in 1305. He made the Papacy Papus, but Pope Benedict VII expanded on Papus in 1334. And now to Rowan.
Pont d'Avignon is a bridge that goes over the Rhone River. It is located on the continent of Europe, in the country of France, and the town of Avignon. Pont d'Avignon means the bridge of Avignon. In 1225, the bridge was at full length with 22 arches, while today it has only 4 arches left. There is a song about the bridge called Sur les Ponts. In 1177, a shepherd named Benzet was sent by God to build a bridge over the river. People thought he was crazy. He was challenged to throw a boulder in the river. He threw a boulder in the river, and the townspeople helped him build the bridge.
Hi, I'm Riley, and I am researching Cannes. Cannes celebrates a festival called the Cannes Filming Festival, and for this year it was on May 8th, and it ended on May 19th. Cannes is Cannes is a city in France, and it is located in Europe. Its longitude in longitude is 43.5528 degrees north and 7.0174 degrees east. It's a very beautiful city, and this is one of the places Mrs. Woods traveled. Hi, my name is Angelo, and I researched Pisa. Pisa is a city in Italy, and Italy is a country in Europe. Pisa got its name in 600 BC from a Greek word meaning marshy land. There are several other towers, other than the Leaning Tower of Pisa. There are several other towers in Pisa that also lean. The bell tower at the Church of St. Michele di Scalazzi, and the bell tower at the Church of St. Nicola. The cathedral and baptistry of Pisa are also sinking as the water level rises. Pisa holds many exciting sights. For example, the Leaning Tower of Pisa and the Piazza della Signoria. Pisa is a wonderful place. The Leaning Tower of Pisa is in Pisa, Italy. It is not the only tower in Pisa that leans, and the Leaning Tower of Pisa was actually straight, but earthquakes made it lean. But the soft land made earthquakes stronger and caused it to tilt further. Its construction began in 1278, and in the 14th and 15th centuries, the walls were decorated with frescoes from famous artists, one of them being Benozzo Gozzoli. The architect of the Leaning Tower of Pisa is Bonanno Pisano. The Leaning Tower of Pisa was very tall and once a straight building. Earthquakes and soft land was the cause of the tilt of this building. You can still go in here and visit it today.
Hi, I'm Amanda.
I am Amelia. I researched the Pisa Baptistry. It was both designed and built by Dovinsky. The baptistry in Pisa is dedicated to Saint John the Baptist. It is in the continent Europe, the country of Italy, and the city of Pisa. It is used for baptizing babies. I also did the Pisa Cathedral. It is located in Italy and Pisa. That is where they have church. Construction on the cathedral began in 1063, and that's where Miss Woods went.
I'm Ava Thomas, and I researched Florence as a whole, one of the cities where Mrs. Woods went. Florence is in the Tuscany region of Italy. Being the capital of the Tuscany region, Florence is also the 8th largest city in Italy. In 1339, Florence became the first city to have paved streets. Since the 11th century, the symbol of Florence has been a red lily. During World War II, Florence was severely damaged by Hitler and the Germans. They destroyed all the bridges except the Ponte Vecchio that was saved because Hitler said it was too beautiful to destroy.
Hi, my name is Angelo, and I researched the Piazza della Signoria. The Piazza della Signoria is a plaza that is in the middle of a town. It is home to many exciting sights like the night sky and is very popular in Pisa. The architect of the Piazza della Signoria is Michelangelo. The Piazza della Signoria has an open-air museum that at every step gives glimpses and views of particular beauty, evidence of a thriving past, and architectural treasures of enormous value. I researched Ponte Vecchio. It is located in the continent of Europe, the country of Italy, and the city of Florence. The Ponte Vecchio's meaning is Old Bridge. It goes over the Arno River with shops built along it. It is believed to be built by Romans. It has been destroyed twice by floods, one in 1117 and one in 1333. Today's model is from 1345. Taddeo Gaddi and Neri di Forento built it. It is the only bridge across the Arno in Florence until 1218. There is a legend in Florence that if you and your lover attach a lock to a gate and throw the key in the lake, your love will be eternal. The Ponte Vecchio was also built as a defensive structure. The Piazza Duomo is in Florence, Italy. The Duomo started to be constructed in the end of the 13th century by Arnaldo di Cambio. The exterior of the Duomo is decorated with pink, green, and white accents. Speaking of the Duomo's appearances, the biggest artwork within the cathedral is Giorgio Vasari's frescoes of the Last Judgment. Assisi is in the Umbria region in the country of Italy. It was the birthplace of St. Francis of Assisi. Once, in the time of St. Francis, an Umbrian wolf terrorized Assisi. St. Francis then tamed him and saved the people in the village. The Basilica of St. Francis is in Assisi, Umbria region, Italy, in Europe. The St. Francis was one of Italy's patron saints. Being known for his love, simplicity, and practice of poverty, St. Francis was also born in 1184 or 1182. Assisi was one of Mrs. Wood's favorite places. Vatican City, Rome is located in Europe. To be precise, 41.9029 degrees north, 12.4534 degrees east. Stone walls surround most of the city. In 2017, the population was 1,000. That is not a lot. Vatican City has its own pharmacy, post office, telephone system, and media outlets. It is said that plans for a time machine, evidence of time travel, or even a working time-traveling device could be tucked away securely in the depths of Vatican vaults. Other concealed proof may include confirmation or scientific documentation about the existence of voyagers from other eras. Did you know that Vatican City is the smallest nation-state in the world? Now Jane is going to tell you about the Sistine Chapel.
The Sistine Chapel is located on the continent of Europe, the country of Italy, and the city of Rome. To be specific, 41 degrees, 54.2 north, 12 degrees, 27.2 east. The Sistine Chapel is 134 feet long, 44 feet wide, 68 feet tall. The Sistine Chapel ceiling was painted by Michelangelo between 1508 and 1512. The Sistine Chapel was built in the Vatican City between 1477 and 1480 by Pope Sixtus IV, for whom the chapel is named after. And now Riley will tell you about the St. Peter's Basilica.
I'm Riley, and I'm going to tell you about St. Peter's Basilica that is in Rome. The longitude and latitude for St. Peter's Basilica is 41.9022 degrees north and 12.4539 degrees east. One important thing to know about St. Peter's Basilica is that it is designed principally by Donato Bramante, Michelangelo, Carlo Maderno, and Gian Lorenzo Bernini. St. Peter's is the most renowned work of architecture and the largest church in the world. While it is neither the mother church of the Catholic Church nor the cathedral of the Diocese of Rome, St. Peter's is regarded as one of the holiest Catholic shrines. It has been described as holding a unique position in the Christian world and as the greatest of all churches in Christendom. Rome has very many art pieces. Rome is located in the central western portion of the Italian peninsula, within Lazio, along the shores of the Tiber. To be specific, 40.5532 degrees north and 14.2222 degrees east. The population of the city of Rome is around 2.7 million. The entire metropolitan area of Rome has an estimated 3.7 million people. Rome is known as the Eternal City, also Caput Mundi, coming from the Latin meaning of capital of the world. Did you know that Rome became the capital city of unified Italy in 1870 after taking the title from Florence? Rome was founded in 753 BC by Romulus. Roman legend says that Romulus had a twin brother called Remus. As babies, they were abandoned, in which later became Rome. Capri is located in Europe, specifically in Italy, even more specifically in Campania. The most specific you can get is 40.5532 degrees north, 14.2222 east. The island of Capri is Isola di Capri in Italian and derives the name Capri in Latin. The Caprese salad gets its name from salad of Capri, which is tomato, fresh mozzarella, and basil with the seasoning of salt and olive oil. Capri's most famous square is called the Piazza Umberto. I
otherwise known as the La Piazzetta or the Eschia to the locals. Geologically, Capri is like a Mississippian Swede with a center of white limestone and dolomite, coated with a dusting of volcanic tuff and ash carried by the winds from the ancient volcanoes of the Campi Flegrei. The oldest rocks on Capri are 200 million years old and were formed in an underwater shallow warm water sea.
Hi, my name is Pranav, and I researched the Colosseum. Here's some things that I learned. The Colosseum is in Europe, in Italy and Rome. It has a latitude of 1.8902 north and longitude of 12.4922 east. Many years ago, the Colosseum was an arena for entertainment in which people fought animals or other people. The Colosseum is damaged because of natural disasters, in particular earthquakes. They have also been, throughout their ages, who have broken away pieces of this great structure to keep as souvenirs. The Colosseum was built between 1780 and 7280 and took about a decade to build. There were also 36 trapdoors in the arena for special effects. Construction began under the Emperor Vespasian in AD 72 and was completed in AD 80 under his successor and here Titus.
The Trevi Fountain is in the Trevi district in Rome, Italy. The Trevi Fountain is one of the top attractions in Rome and one of the most beautiful fountains in the world. The fountain was started in 1732 and was finished in 1762. It took 30 years to build. Most of the fountain is built from travertine stone. One legend says that if you throw a coin into the fountain with your left hand over your right shoulder, you'll come back to Rome.
So the last thing I am going to share with you is what I found out about Pompeii. The three most important things is that Pompeii is right by a volcano, it's no longer populated, and it was built around 750 BC. In AD 79, the volcano erupted. And here's my story. In AD 79, the volcano Baia erupted. It covered the whole city with ash. Nobody survived the eruption. The ash then preserved the dead bodies and froze them. So the bodies are in the exact same position they were when they died. Oh, and one more important thing. The name of the volcano was Mount Vesuvius. That's all.
Good.
She sneaks around the world from Kia to Carolina. She's a clever, gifted teacher from Berlin down to Belize. She'll take you on a ride on a slow boat to China. Where in the world is Miss Woods, Indiana? 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 She sneaks around the world from Kia to Carolina. She's a clever, gifted teacher from Berlin down to Belize. She'll take you on a ride on a slow boat to China. Where in the world is Miss Woods, Indiana? Where in the world is Miss Woods, Indiana?